I had a dream those two Chinooks that flew over last night crashed into the sea because they were the two babies that got flew into the sky, and then someone put them in the black bucket, which I said was a swimming pool. And I hope they're okay. I'm listening to the rain. No one cares about my dumb dream. What else was I thinking about those Chinooks last night? Oh, I think they were Chinooks anyway. It was on the news that they flew over the other night, and they sound quite chunky when they fly over. And one flew over my garden before, right over my garden, looking at me, which is quite normal for Norfolk. What do they used to call? I was thinking about that last night when I was just doing my my vanquist, my Viscount of Fandom. Something about not plug-in baby. That was guitar. I was thinking something about something to do with grey and what you want about the black bin? Was I can't remember if I said some child had put the two babies in the black bin. Well, anyway, there's a toy bin at the park, and when I was looking around for the things to pick up, the babies were in the bin, which is cool because that was the toy box. But I said, oh, they're in the swimming pool. I don't know. I just said it. It just came out. You just do this blathering shit when you're talking to children, don't you? And you narrate everything. It's like and try and make it sound more interesting and fun. It's like when you do tidy up time. You used to have the tidy up time song at school. It's like it's supposed to just make everything more enjoyable. Oh, have you got a toy box? Oh, put the toys into the car. You know, it's a toy box. It's just. I don't want to get rid of my toys. I'll just they've got to go home now. This is where they live. This is the Dolly's house, and these are all her things. But she likes to live under all the stuff like this. You know, there's that sort of blathering shit. It's just trickery. It's just smoke and mirrors for children. Anyway, and then I just couldn't stop thinking about it last night, thinking, I wonder if that was the Irish Sea, because that's the black, what's that called? The black bin? I can't think. Because it's all peaty, isn't it? The Irish Sea. No, not really. So what the fuck are you on about? I had diarrhoea this morning. I'll tell you about that instead. I don't know why. Maybe because I had an orange and two figs last night for tea. I'm not really certain. I'll check the news in a minute, see what's happened. It won't be on the news though. They'll never let me know what happened to those two babies in all my life. The black bin, what could it be? What could it mean? What's the significance of the black bin? Secret place? The black hole of nowhere? What, the NR2 Bermuda? Could be, I suppose. A nice cup of tea. What am I going to do all day if it's raining? I know, I was just thinking about the children saying, oh, Nanny won't come today. She won't take us to the park because it's raining. I was just thinking about that. I said to some child yesterday who was making sandcastles that out of dry sand, that last week there was somebody there who'd taken a bottle of water and they were wetting the sand to make the sand more malleable. Is that the right word? Anyway, so it would form into the sandcastle buckets. I said, we haven't done that, but we saw someone else do it, in case you want to do that another time. I also remember I sat on Autumn's sandcastle by accident. I didn't know. I wasn't thinking. And I forgot to tell her it was really nicely made. I'll tell her later on. I might write her a letter and tell her about it if I can remember. I forgot to reinforce that good play. And the repeating. I wanted it repeating. But I did notice she'd done it, so she's learnt that in the interim. From somewhere. What do you mean it's none of my damn business who she's been playing with and learnt these things? It was just I noticed she'd done it. She did long and thin and then lined up all things in it, her feathers and sticks and things. It was probably all chimneys. I couldn't say. But she's clearly got an eye for detail now. What am I going to have for breakfast? I wish I'd got bananas. I'm obsessed with bananas. I know. I could have had stewed apple then. We'll just go to Tesco's now and buy some. It's not open yet. I think it opens at 7 from recollection. And then I can have stewed... I can get some brown apples, stewed apples and bananas for breakfast. If I wanted to. I'd come back to bed. It's raining though. It's raining. That's enough for one morning. Fun coming. My plug-in baby. Right, let's just have some tea. That's not it. That's the... What's this coming? What's this? What's this? It sounds like a Boeing. I nearly bought an Observer's book of... There was loads of Observer's books in charity shop yesterday. Why is there Boeing? They sound heavy. Well, it probably is, isn't it? That's the only one I know. Wasn't it Boeing that carried the space shuttle? I know they're like, what they called? Not transit planes. What are they called? Well, they are, I suppose. They're the transit of aeroplanes. They lumber things around on. What are they called? Cargo planes. And anyway, I nearly bought an Observer book of aircraft yesterday, but I thought it's probably out of fashion now. The aircraft are all different. They don't use those ones, so I didn't bother because it was an old one. I was tempted though. I should have got it anyway. They're not that different. Well, I suppose. I recognise a Spitfire. And a Gypsy Tiger, and probably Boeing, and a jet, Harrier jump jet. I recognise definitely. MiGs are the same as what? What are the American ones? But they're the same. They're just called different things, aren't they? Is that right? Is that correct? The MiGs are the Russian version of or something like that. I've forgotten. I can't remember everything. My brain's not big enough. Well, it's not strong enough. It's not practiced enough, I suppose, is the truthful thing. I've not stretched those vascular capsules enough to contain the information. It's like muscle memory, isn't it? I've talked about that before with the brain. We don't talk about it anymore. We just repeatedly exercise the same bits, and they're the bits that get improved. Like with exercise. And there's muscles that we don't even think about using because we repeatedly use the same ones. I learned that through Alexander technique. You see, it's all a big what. Same with diet, really. And you probably have to have rest. And I saw somebody yesterday running. Well, resting. They were in a rest period just outside my son's house. And I said, "Oh, are you interval training?" He's dying on the pavement. And I recognise that. I recognise that feeling. I'll just run to that post and then recover, rest and recover, rest and recover. It's what is it? What's the marathon thing called? I've forgotten again. Jeffing, that's right, because it's after an Olympic person called Jeff something. Effing and Jeffing. I didn't tell him or ask him if he was Jeffing. He probably wouldn't have known what I was on about. I like to see it myself. No, fuck off, I'm dying. See the streets, bro. Times overall, what? Jeffing, what? A quicker, what? Are you walking, what? I think that Couch to 5K was designed around Jeffing. Hill though, you should do hill. Definitely should do some hill work in your running. That's the biggest hill in the whole of Norfolk. That one. We love hill jokes in Norfolk. We do. Norfolk's supposed to be flat as a pancake. So every minor incline is like you have to make out it's some sort of. Blimey, that's a steep one. Any sort of pothole or anything like that. It's just a Norfolk joke. You have to understand the Norfolk humour if you want to come and sit on our table. Otherwise, you can just go away. It's true. Why did you have to do hill work in running? I've forgotten. But it's... I don't know. Is it just to do with stamina? It's muscles, different muscles you work, don't you? I also used to do a hill finish. Hill finishes are good. For discipline. So I used to do Grapes Hill as my hill finish. It's like, Jesus Christ, I've just run 3 miles or whatever. Or 10k or whatever, and then you have to do a hill finish just to punish yourself a bit more. It's true. I wasn't that good at it, but it's like, it's just a thing, isn't it? And shout hill finish when you're doing it. Hill finish! And then run around again. And go and kick some pins. Say, oh, do you know what, this is bullshit, I'm going to do something else, I'm sick of running. Running's for losers. Hill finish now. Because what? You should always have some reserve. You should always keep something back for later on. You know that? It helps with your negative start practice. It's a running thing. I noticed when I was on Strava, no one needs to hear about my negative starts. All it means is you start running slower and you end up with the run quicker. Otherwise known as pacing, probably. Pacing, learning to pace yourself. Sprint the end, sprint the finish. It just looks cool, doesn't it? You sprint. You have to be able to sprint through the finish line. It's all narcissistic, really. There's nothing more to it than that. It's just pure narcissism. You have to sprint across the finish line, even if you walk the rest of the what? That just looks lame. Well, no one cares about that. No one cares about lame. You just want a finishing picture. People are videoing you come through. You have to speed through. You can't just crawl through. It doesn't matter how you get through. No, I know. I'm just filling up time, really. Telling a story. I'm telling a story for you. It's my afternoon speech. The Tidy Up Time song. Oh God, I used to like the Tidy Up Time song. It was pretty cool. I can't remember how it went there. We used to do it at school. It was Tidy Up Time. I go then. I just wonder what happened to those planes. Now it's raining. It's probably all those Christmas lights that go up in the sky keep spitting water down there. I don't know, there's so many up there because they keep doing signs. They've got them on a thing. What's it called? Motherboard. Probably true. Probably true. Something spat my garden anyway because the water lilies have all got like dark spots on them. It's come from on top. Cat lasers probably. Still, with the water, evaporation, it will soon be floating back around the planet, whatever it is. Not the periodic table, what's it called? The water table. Is it called the water table? You know, the water cycle. That thing. I just put my white boots on that I got from Primark and my alien suit, my paper suit. I'm walking out later on in the rain. I'll be okay, don't worry about me. We'll have spiders the size of what? It'll be a Darwinian explosion of gargantuan, extortionate proportions. Muscovado says, you weren't supposed to say about that. That was our little secret. That was our little thing. Our little game. Right, I'm going to drink my cup of tea, watch this, check the news, which you've probably changed now, just so I don't know what's going on. Why the giraffes everywhere? Well, I got them for fun. When I was at Bromley's that time, he had giraffes all over his room, and I was playing Spot the Giraffe because he collected them. And then I saw those stickers in a shop, and I thought, well, I'd get some. It was funny. It reminded, and I stuck them all over the place because I liked playing Spot the Giraffe. It's just a fun thing to do. And then when you've got children over, or anyone at all, like people just come through for, you want to look what's going on behind you in your Zoom meeting, they can play things like Spot the Giraffe. Or, I wonder how many giraffes she's got in a room. I wonder how many birds she's got. Count them all. See how many you can see in the picture. That sort of thing. It's just that, but my life. I just wanted to be the same as them. That's all. It's peer what? It's peer modelling. No, it's not. What is it? Peer. What is it? I just camouflaging. That's the word, isn't it? When you act in a certain way so they don't notice you're not the same as them because you want to be accepted by the group or appear to be accepted. I think they use it in like Secret Service work. As well, but it's also a thing that happens when you've been neglected or abused. Maybe it gets a bit complicated. I just got a jangle then. My head twisted too quick or something happened anyway. Right, I'm definitely going now. Let's go 22-22. I'm just into Colt 22s at the moment. 2250 would be the one. Well, tough.